Pretty exciting game for all of us. This team never shuts down. They fight until the final out, and that was evident again tonight. Big hits all game long. Chris Ionetta's 2-run double, a sac fly by Chris Herman, a base hit by Daniel Descalso, the big solo home run to tie the game, and then finally Chris Herman's base hit up the middle to win the game. Sometimes I just I leave the dugout shaking my head because these guys believe, and that's a pretty powerful thing. On the mound, I thought Taiwan did a really nice job when we were extremely short in the bullpen, and he pitched into the 7th inning. We asked him to stay out there, maybe a little bit beyond our comfort zone, but he gave everything he possibly could and then turned it over to the bullpen. It was just a complete team effort from A to Z, and those are the types of wins that show the character and heart and desire that we have, and that's what we're building here. It's pretty fun for me to watch.
They say things are supposed to even out in baseball. You're 17-7 in one-run games, 7-1 in extra inning games. They're not evening out. What is it about this team where you guys are winning all of these hard-fought close games?
They believe. They believe in one another. They believe in the moment. They believe they can execute until their final out. We hit balls all over the ballpark today that were caught. Good plays were made. So I can't remember. There were several diving plays, several key outs that they corralled at big moments, but we didn't shut down. This team doesn't know how to do that.
How's Nick Ahmed?
Nick Ahmed has a small fracture in his right hand. We're going to continue to evaluate him, and that's all the information that I have on him right now. I went out there and it was in the upper thigh area, and he's fine. He's a big, strong kid, and you know, I think it embarrasses him when we go out there, but it's what we're supposed to do. We look after these players, want to make sure that they're okay, and he basically pushed me off the mound and said that he was fine and he was ready to go.
Throwing Shipley back out there and came up and produced right away.
Well, the entire group did a great job. Braden Shipley came in and through one inning. He was going to be a little bit of length in case things went in a direction where we needed him to continue pitching. And unfortunately, we needed his at bat, and he only threw one inning. But I thought he executed a really good game plan. It looked like he had a very good changeup, and he threw the ball very well. It's as good as I've seen him throw since he's been here.
How'd you go with one sack versus the other on the sacrifice?
I felt like one was more of an impact bat. If nobody was on, Zach Greinke would have hit, and I felt like Zach Godley was going to execute and bunt in that situation. You're going to sacrifice something. You don't want to lose. You don't want to lose commodities at that point. You're trying to save as much as you possibly can for the right moment, and Zach Godley was the best bunter for that situation. Down to Mathis on the bench, and you hesitate to put your last position player in there, especially being a catcher. Somebody gets banged up, so I was fighting the urge to hit him there. He would have hit with the game on the line in the inning before, but in that situation, it wasn't worth it to me.
After the sacrifice, were you all surprised they didn't walk with the base open?
I felt like. I don't really know what Mike was thinking. I know that Chris Herman's had a number of big hits, and the guy on deck and Gregor Blanco was very capable of coming through in that situation too. So I know it's tough to hit with the base open. They probably didn't execute the game plan the way they wanted to, and I think Herm deserves a lot of credit for hitting the pitch and waiting for the pitch that he wanted to get to, and he executed.
Torey and Descalso have done the last 3-4 games. It's going to be hard for you to keep one of those out of the lineup.
Well, yes, you're right. Daniel's been getting a lot of playing time, and it's translated into his average increasing, and he's having quality at bats. Chris Herman continues to get playing time and produce and be very productive, and I think his batting average is on the rise. But that's not the thing that we always look at. I know the results. It's a result-oriented business, and we look at things like that, but I try to get away from those types of things because these guys mean so much per at-bat, per play, per inning, and in different ways other than just their batting average.
All right. one
the
bad
lack of
inning,
production.
seventh inning, the 3 miscues. Team never got down. I never noticed anything in the dugout.
Well, that wasn't our finest moment. There's no doubt about it. I think we gave them a number of outs, and when you do that to a team like the St. Louis Cardinals, they're going to capitalize, and they end up scoring some runs on it. So, yeah, it was the bunt, it was the comebacker, potential double play ball. We didn't execute, but this team has been resilient. We don't let those moments deflate us and flatline us, and we found a way to come back. So yes, we were down. We were all down. There's no doubt about it. But I think it just takes one thing to kickstart this team, and that's what happened.
Torey, as potent as this offense has been,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the talk this year has been about the lack of production at the catcher position.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like, obviously with today's the double block by Chris Iannetta and Serva's been in the ball, it seems like they're doing some different things at the plate. What are you seeing?
A lot of that, if you lay out all their numbers out on the table, you're going to see a lot of production from the catchers offensively. I think we prioritize things defensively, but they have really done a nice job on both sides of the ball. So Chris Iannetta hits a double. There was also a ball that he hit very similarly in the second inning that was run down at the center field wall. So those moments don't surprise us. I think when Chris Herman or Jeff Mathis are in there, those moments don't surprise us either. I mean, they're all grinding away at things, and they've been very productive offensively.
All the decisions there late you had to make with the injury to Ahmed, all the changes, and the comeback, is there a better game to be mic'd up for than this?
Probably not. That will give a snapshot to the fans to see how fast this game moves, and you gotta be quick on your feet. Otherwise, you're going to get sucker punched. And when there's things that happen that you plan for, and then there's things that happen that you don't plan for. When Nick Ahmed gets hurt, that wasn't something you predict. So we had to scramble and go to plan F to try and figure out what to do. But these guys responded, and they have fun doing it. I think that's one of the things I want to emphasize here too. These guys have fun playing the game, and that's probably one of the reasons why they believe in one another the way they do.
After Herman's hit, you looked like you were having a lot of fun coming out of the dugout. Big a smile I've seen on your face in a really long time. Talk about the emotion of that win. I mean, it was really pouring out of you.
Yeah,
In that game.
I try to stay as calm as possible, but sometimes it's hard. I'm Italian. I let my emotions get the best of me every once in a while, good and bad. But I want to share in those moments. It was a tremendous victory. It was a team victory, and I felt like these guys gave everything they had, and I was really proud of them. And I wanted them to see how happy I was with what they did.
And you had a few words for Herman. Sorry about that. What were they?
I just said, congratulations, I'm so proud of you. And he said, thank you.
Speaking of plan F, can you talk about the contributions Ray Fuentes has made since he's been here?
Right.
Small league.
Well, growing and learning, feeling more comfortable, having quality at-bats right before our very eyes. I know is a player that just gets called up, and he's still a young major league player. It takes a little time to gain some comfort. And the results have been coming because I think he's more relaxed and staying in the moment. And a big leadoff base hit. What can you say? He's never out of any at-bat. He's done some amazing things, and nothing bigger than the Father's Day home run. I'm aware of that, but today was a pretty special moment, too, to start off that rally.